Ok, creo que ya está. A ver, otra vez vamos a iniciar el stream. Ok, estamos aquí. Let's go. Creo que está funcionando todo. Hola a todos, bienvenidos al directo del día... Ay, qué calor hace. Vamos a ponernos el ventilador. El día 24 de octubre del 2024. Yo soy el Meduso y estamos aquí. Un año después de vuelta con Slate the Princess. Con su nueva actualización. El Corte Pristino. Pristine Court. Donde añadieron 3 nuevas princesas. Expandieron... 3 otros de los 3 finales que eran muy cortos y al parecer agregaron un final completamente nuevo, así que vamos a ver qué podemos encontrar de todo esto, a ver qué tal. ¿Qué más? Pues bueno, tuvimos problemas y otro inicio en falso del directo. Como otras ocasiones, me está dando muchos problemas el internet por algún motivo, pero después de reiniciar el modem parece que se arregló. A saber qué está pasando con eso, la verdad, pero bueno. Sale, en fin, vamos al juego. Y por cierto, como pueden ver, subtítulos en español finalmente. Ya no tengo que estar traduciendo, lo cual es bueno. Aunque creo que mi cámara tapa parte del contenido, ¿verdad? Ansias, volumen de todo. Pantalla completa, volver. Idioma de los subtítulos. Ok, let's go. Empezamos con una nueva partida, ¿verdad? El héroe y la princesa.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Siento que el volumen está bajito, no sé por qué.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end
Parece
of
que
the
mi cara
world.
está tapando parte del diálogo, no sé. Aquí tapo también. Aquí voy a bloquear ciertas opciones. Creo que aquí es quizás la mejor opción, donde menos bloqueo. Aunque mi cara queda un poquito bloqueada por el en vivo. Pero espero no moleste mucho. Vamos a ver, vamos a probar algo rápidamente, nada más, denme un segundo. A ver cómo se ve desde una ventana completamente nueva. A ver cómo se ve desde una ventana. Todo bien, ok, perfecto. Let's go. Suerte, tenemos una misma actualización, te da una pequeña guía de dónde puedes encontrar las nuevas princesas. Hay variedades de la damisela, la prisionera y el espectro. Ok. Vamos a... Fin del mundo de cabras.
About the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Ok. ¿Cómo es que una princesa que está encerrada en un sótano puede acabar con el mundo?
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Ok. Esto me encanta. ¿Tienes alguna forma de
Look,
probar
you're
eso?
already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might...
Hasta el final. La cabaña y hablaré con ella. Si es tan mala como dices, quizás considere aniquilarla.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Doom! Doom, I tell you!
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Ok.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess with...
¿Qué es esto? Todo esto. Ah, este es el historial. Este es el botón de salvado. Tenemos nuestras antiguas saves aquí.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Para la cabaña. Ok, vamos a ir primero con la damisela.
The
A ver qué
interior
onda.
of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Entrar al sótano. Sin cuchillo. Vamos por la damisela primero y a ver a
The
dónde
door
nos
to the
lleva.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place.
Ah, te
The
manda
air feels
directamente a
heavy
la
and
nueva
damp,
conversación.
a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Oh, mi cara interrumpe el texto de la princesa. No hay ningún lugar donde mi pinche carota no tape el juego. Tal vez... no, aquí, tal vez... No. Aquí va a tapar las opciones de diálogo. Aquí tapa parte del diálogo de abajo. Aquí tapa parte del diálogo igual. Tal vez tenga que cancelar la cámara por el día de hoy nada más. Aquí puedo leerles las opciones en voz alta. Puedo leerles las opciones en voz alta. Aunque las tape un poco.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Estoy aquí para
How many
salvarte.
times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Tal vez si muevo la esta en medio por acá no tape el texto y nos deje ver también el texto de acá. Podría ser. Vamos a ver. Es raro tener una cámara ahí en la parte de arriba de en medio. He visto cámaras en las esquinas, pero nunca he visto una cámara en la parte acomodada, en la parte superior y justo en medio de la pantalla.
You walk down the stairs and
No,
lock
tapo
eyes
parte
with
de
the
las...
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Ok, en esa esquina es.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be of threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Veré qué puedo hacer. Espera, primero tenemos que hablar. Ok, veré qué puedo hacer. No se ve el cuadro de diálogo porque mi carota lo está tapando, pero... Ok, veré qué puedo hacer. Examinar las cadenas.
Only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Estamos haciendo lo correcto.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No tengo la
Maybe
llave.
it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful.
Están arriba.
Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Ok. Quizás las dos opciones. Y si la llave ya no está aquí, ¿tienes alguna otra idea? Segunda opción. Revisaré arriba. Quizás la llave siga por ahí. Y si no, tal vez pueda encontrar algo más que ayude a liberarte. Ok.
Okay.
Elegimos la segunda
I'll
opción.
be here. Good luck.
Buena suerte.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Opciones. Explorar. Oye, déjame salir. Explorar. Tratar de abrir la puerta. Volver a bajar las escaleras. Vamos a elegir. Oye, déjame
Your
salir de
shouts
aquí.
and pleas are met with silence.
¿Saben dónde a lo mejor puede quedar bien la cámara y que no esté interrumpiendo? Aquí. Por acá. Ajá. Ahí tenemos todo el espacio del diálogo. Arriba de mi carota fea. Y no estamos interrumpiendo el diálogo de abajo. ¡Perfecto! Esa es la posición perfecta. No es la mejor posición del mundo, pero funciona, ¿verdad? Let's go.
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Volver a bajar las escaleras.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yep.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Rescatar a la princesa.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Yep.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Perfecto.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground.
Bueno, chat, nos toca darle una mano. Pardon.
How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you.
Ahora salgan. Oh fuck, corté. Acércate a la puerta cerrada.
No, We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
Aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar, advertirle.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Aniquilar a la princesa, aniquilar, resistirte.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your
Adoro esta escena.
infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Lo siento, lo siento, lo siento.
She
Me
doesn't know how to
encanta.
use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
Everything goes there, and you die.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
The Damsel, let's go. Aquí empieza lo nuevo.
You're on a path in the wood. You're here to...
Pero he muerto, ¿qué estoy haciendo aquí?
Not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second. If he doesn't remember what...
Vamos a salvar.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her. Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to...
Oh fuck, corté el diálogo. Voy a respirar profundo y asumir que sea quien sea que tome las decisiones aquí tiene el suficiente sentido común para ignorar tus reproches.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Dios mío, esas pinches motos ruidosas que pasan a estas horas.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
Convoluted. El revesado tiene razón en eso.
Convoluted. I don't know how this premise could be any more simple.
Otra vez.
Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
Pinches motos, me caen de madres. Estoy de acuerdo con ello, voy a encontrar una forma de sacarla de ese... Hablemos de esta princesa.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Ok.
Just be quick about it. She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Son las cosas. ¿Quién la encerró en ese sótano? ¿Qué es este lugar?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Si hubo gente que la encerró, ¿por qué no la aniquilaron? ¿Por qué es esto mi responsabilidad?
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world.
No me estás contando todo, ¿qué me estás
Told you
ocultando?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Okay,
Great.
es todo.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Ir a la cabaña. Let's go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe... We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. On pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Para la cabaña.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your
Acercarte al espejo.
very different.
Muy diferente.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Acercarte al espejo.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Ver el espejo.
You
No hay
reach
nada.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second. Now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Ok. Vamos a empezar a salvar. Ah, mira, justo aquí hay. Vamos a ir sin la daga.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My
Hey.
love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
Me encanta
It's
cómo
you.
pelean.
My dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Última vez me mataste y me dolió mucho. ¿Por qué lo hiciste? No traje un cuchillo. ¿Tengo que cortarte de nuevo? ¿Qué pasó después de que morí? Necesito saber. ¿Destruiste el mundo después de que me mataste? La última vez el narrador me envió para matarte. Se apoderó de mi cuerpo. Fue muy injusto. Rescatar a la princesa. No sobre acá. Acá. Perfecto. Me mataste y me dolió mucho.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
Queríamos.
We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone.
She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
¿Qué pasó después de que morí?
You died, and now we're talking.
Moriste y ahora estamos hablando. Ok. Muy bien. Se acabó el mundo. Antes de que comenzáramos a hablar, ¿se acabó el mundo? ¿Destruiste el mundo?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips.
Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, no quiero que el mundo se acabe. Permanecer en
The
silencio.
princess's eyes quiver as she waits for your response.
I didn't end the world? I didn't end the world.
Hey.
She's clearly just saying what she thinks you want to hear.
Or she's innocent. How could a beauty like her be capable of ending the world? It's not rational.
Smitten tiene razón. Smitten. No traje un cuchillo. Tengo que cortarte de
I'm
nuevo.
okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done.
What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel.
No, you're right.
Stoica.
It's extremely bizarre behavior.
Oh, fuck. Es la prueba de que es un monstruo en el que no se puede confiar. Así que ve y aniquílala. A rescatar a la princesa.
I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I'll...
You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed.
I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Woo!
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Woo!
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
El poder del amor.
What do we do now?
Ok, aquí me va a dar, si no me equivoco, otra opción distinta. Podemos... ¿Qué pasa? Tal vez si le
Let me
hacemos
guess.
papel.
End the world?
¿Qué quieres hacer?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Ok. Aquí podemos decir el resto luego. ¿Quieres destruir el mundo? Tienes que querer algo. Quiero que me digas qué quieres tú. ¿Quieres destruir el mundo?
Seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
Ok. Quiero que me digas qué quieres tú.
I just want to make you happy.
¿Qué quieres irte? Salgamos de aquí. Quiero que me hagas infeliz, pero necesitas algo propio. Acabas de conocerme, no puedes besar. ¿Pero qué te haría
I
feliz?
just want to make you happy.
Quiero que me hagas infeliz.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy, I can make you unhappy.
Se vuelve cada vez. Ok, a ver, ¿qué tenemos nuevo diálogo? Bueno, definitivamente aquí está pasando algo y tengo mucho miedo. Y si no hacemos nada, si solo nos quedamos aquí, nadie sale herido y encontramos una forma de ser felices juntos. Creo que esto es nuevo. A ver. No. Otra vez las... Otra vez las motos haciendo todo el pinche escándalo del mundo. Ajá. Bueno, definitivamente aquí está pasando algo y tengo mucho miedo. Y si no hacemos nada, y si solo nos quedamos aquí, nadie sale herido y encontramos una forma de ser felices juntos. Creo que esto es nuevo, ajá.
Oh, is that really what you want? If you think that would make you happy, then...
Her eyes dart uncomfortably to the corners of the room.
Huh.
I guess we could do that.
Huh. Ok,
Well, at least
sí,
she's
esto es
normal
nuevo.
again. Normal again? Can't you tell she's sad? She's distraught. This is unacceptable. But she can't be unhappy about staying with us. Can she? I don't know. She has a point. She doesn't know us. No. It has to be him. It has to be this place. If we just made these walls more fitting for a princess, if we just say the right things, if we just showed her the contents of our heart, she'd be happy here.
Oh.
As the voice thinks its thought, your hands raise, fingers pointing towards your chest, and then...
Oh?
What? No, you absolutely do not do that.
Ok.
Oh, but I do.
Tal vez esto sería diferente con el cuchillo.
What is he doing? We can't see unless you tell us. Are you sure you want to know? I suppose I can't stall forever. You plunge your nails into your chest, digging deep, grasping for a handhold. And you find it. Your fingers curling around your ribs.
Let's
Oh
go.
no! What are you doing? Are you okay? You can't do that and be okay.
Oh,
Time
fuck.
out. He should not be allowed to do that. He's not the decider. And yet, it's done, isn't it? It will be soon. You yank violently, your bones cracking with wet pops as you pull yourself apart inch by painful inch. Your exposed heart, framed by jagged ribs, thumps rhythmically in your raw, bloodied chest. The loosened threads of your body unfurling to cover the surface of the room.
Oof.
Don't mind my sacrifice. It's a fair price to pay to give her everything she doesn't know she wants.
Oh, I see. You're trying to tell me something.
The princess, mesmerized, reaches towards your beating heart, and then everything goes dark and we die?
Todo se vuelve oscuro y morimos.
Yes,
Yes. ¡Oh! Epílogo. Felices para siempre. Ok.
You're on a path in the woods. Mate, we're
Okay.
clearly already in the cabin.
Ya estamos en la cabaña. Let's go. Ok, primera área nueva.
Excuse me? You're clearly... Oh. Huh. So you are. How do you know about the cabin? I didn't get to the cabin part of my opening monologue yet.
Parte del monólogo donde hablo de la cabaña. Let's go.
We've been here before. Well, not here, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You knew about the loop-in last time. Not that he was eager to divulge that.
Oh, tenemos al paranoico acá. Ok.
Right on cue, here's the new guy. Welcome! I can't say I'm happy to be here. This is a bad place. All stale and wrong.
Oh, mira.
I feel it.
Pero como que el dibujo es un poco más simplista a comparación de la vez anterior. Interesante. Tienes a la princesa con el corazón.
Okay, yes, I get it. You've been here before. That's terrible. You know that, right? Because the only reason you would have been here before is if you failed in whatever world you'd come from. Meaning
Okay.
you do.
Condenar a una realidad diferente. Que estoy seguro de que, puesto que han recorrido tanto, eso ya lo sabían,
We
¿cierto?
know that you keep telling us that, but we've never seen a world end. As far as I'm concerned, that whole conversation is just noise. And I'm stuck on a better question. Where's the other one?
Ah, sí es cierto. ¿Dónde está el enamorado?
The other one? Yeah, a certain lovesick fool has been suspiciously quiet. One might even say absent.
Oh, wow.
You're right. It's a little quiet here, isn't it? Maybe that's one of the rules. Maybe only one bonus voice is allowed to be here at a time.
No, así no es como
Bonus
funciona.
voice? I'm just as important as you are. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. All I'm saying is that it's my third time here and it's your first. You're not unwelcome, but from my perspective, you're definitely bonus. I'm going to describe the room now. The interior of the cabin is vast and regal. High arched windows line the walls, their multicolored glass casting kaleidoscopic patterns across the stone floor. An iron...
Oh, me salté. Candelabro de hierro cuelga del techo abovedado y sus numerosas velas emiten una luz titilante que apenas alcanza a iluminar la inmensa sala. Es un palacio digno de la
Before you,
realeza.
there isn't a blade, is there?
No, no hay ninguna
That's
daga.
not good.
Efectivamente, narrador, no hay dagas. ¿Caso importa si la daga está aquí? No la usamos la última vez y la vez anterior la usó ella para matarnos.
I see your point, but it's still an option that's been taken away from us. I don't like losing options. Yes, and it's an important one. It's your implement. You're going to need it if you want to do this right. And the fact that you're here, right now, again, means that you have not yet done this right. But it's not there, is it? We don't even get the choice. So, what are we supposed to do? I don't actually know. I'm sure it'll turn up somewhere. It has to. It's part of the whole structure of this place, I think. At the very least, it's important.
Ok. Por lo que veo, ninguno de ustedes mencionará el espejo, ¿cierto?
Oh, I see it. I've just been preoccupied with everything else going on. Like the fact that we can rip our own heart out without deciding that's what we're going to do. Is that what happened to you last time? How did that even work? Better not do it again. Lucky for you, the one who did it is the one who's gone. Wonderful. Moving on, I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no mirror. There's only the stained glass windows, the empty table where your blade should be, and the door to the basement.
Ok.
You said that last time too, but that hasn't stopped it from showing up again. Or moving. Mirror or no mirror, the door to the basement, your only way forward, is just on the other side of the room. How about you walk over there?
Puedo... Ok. Dar media vuelta e irte. Acercártele por... ¿Qué pasa si damos? Ok, vamos... Ok, no, vamos a acercarnos al espejo y después podemos regresar al save file y ver qué pasa si vamos. Me da curiosidad.
As you foolishly turn to leave the cabin and abandon the world to its ruination, you're... Oh, isn't that convenient? As you turn around, you're faced with a solid wall. There isn't a way out. It would appear that you're stuck here until you find a resolution to our princess problem.
No era gran cosa.
Yes, it's very convenient, isn't it? I assure you, I'm just as surprised as you are. Can't you hear the relief in my voice? I wouldn't be relieved if I was the one who set this up. I would have known you were stuck here from the beginning. Look, it doesn't matter who put that wall there, because it's there. The only thing for you to do now is find the princess and, ideally, find your weapon while you're at it.
Okay.
With nowhere to go but forward, you turn back around, leaving the non-existent...
Ok, acercarte al espejo. Let's go.
You cross the room, stopping just in front of the door to the basement. What is this about that supposed mirror? Just reach forward and fumble around a bit. I'm sure you'll find the handle. Well, shall we have a look at ourselves? Maybe it won't go away this time.
La mano hacia adelante.
You reach
No.
forward, your hand instinctively wrapping around the handle. Figures. And then you push the door open. Marvelous. We can proceed. It would seem that the stairs to the basement don't lead to a basement at all. Rather, they
Ok, una
go
torre.
up. They're draped in fine carpet too, one that feels pleasantly soft against your feet. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably... no, it doesn't work here at all. This place is nice. It's fancy, even. I have to say, whatever you did in your previous lives, I deeply dislike how much it's thrown me off my rhythm. Well, if all of this has thrown you off your rhythm so much, then maybe we don't have to slay the princess. No, you absolutely do. Just because she lives in a nice, exitless house doesn't mean that she doesn't pose a direct threat to all of reality. It's in her very nature.
Está en su
Am I the only
naturaleza.
one who remembers how much she changed last time? Does she even have a nature? That is precisely why she poses a threat. I don't know, she got weird for a second, yeah, but she didn't change that. We have to move on. This is a wildly dangerous line of reasoning. No, you can't just say that and not... Her voice, gentle and warm, with an undercurrent of fatigue,
¿Fatiga?
rolls down the stairs.
You're home. Dinner's ready.
As much as I desperately want to know what happened last time, we are not going to examine it. The more we think, the worse this gets. Why are you so on edge? This is much nicer than what we're used to. I'd like to have dinner. Dinner sounds nice. That is the problem. This isn't supposed to be nice, and she's supposed to be a prisoner. I need to stop talking. I need to stop talking. Just go upstairs, okay?
Ok.
And don't eat the food.
Hey, paranoico, what the fuck. Si queremos comer la cena, vamos a comer la cena.
This hall, like the one below, is grand and beautiful. Torches bathe the room in warm, comforting light, just enough to illuminate the tapestries along every wall, woven with scenes of chivalry and courtship and romance. The many cloth eyes are fixed on each other, gazes averted from the long table in the center of the room, the princess seated at its far end.
Ok, tiene una sombra detrás de ella.
Your pristine blade glints in the weak torchlight, hanging from a golden chain around the princess's neck.
Oh, ahí está la daga, eh.
So that's where it is. And the tip is already pointed right at her heart. Okay, everything is falling back into place. All you have to do is cross the room, push down a little, and the entire world is saved. That's easy. Isn't that suspiciously easy? There has to be a twist. There has to be something waiting for us. You saw what happened to her last time. She's not what she seems.
You're here. Now we
Okay.
can start being happy together. Why don't you sit down? Wouldn't that be nice?
As the words leave her mouth, the torches flare and a chair swings in from behind, knocking your legs out from under you. You're forcibly seated at the head of the table.
Okay. Huh.
Isn't that better? It is better, right?
Okay. Huh. ¿Qué es este lugar? ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora? Cuando subieras mencionaste una cena, permiso, levantarse, sigilo, aniquilar a la princesa. Ah, ¿qué es este lugar?
It's our happy ending, just like you asked for. It's everything we're supposed to have ever wanted.
Ah, sí, porque yo dije que quería quedarme aquí con ella. Aunque ella quería salir. ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora?
Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgotten about it.
The flames burn bright and a shadow dives across the table. In its wake, it leaves a feast.
Huh. ¿Es la sombra el enamorado? Eso explicaría por qué puede crear cosas. Las llamas arden con fuerza y su sombra atraviesa la mesa. A su paso deja un gran banquete.
Go ahead and dig in. I'm sure you're hungry.
Remember what I said. Oh, but it looks so amazing, and after everything we've been through, we could really use a break. Are you sure we need to be so concerned? I'm not sure about anything, and that's the problem. For what it's worth, I generally don't think one should trust strange food that magically appears on a table. But nothing here is exactly what I expected it to be, so make of that what you will.
Ok. Comer.
You begin to feast, and the princess follows suit, her soft smile never fading.
¿No va a comer ella?
The food is more exquisite than you ever could have imagined. You sample countless otherworldly dishes, sauces and bread and hearty stews whose tastes dance across your tongue.
No fue buena idea jugar este juego cuando estoy a dieta, me está dando hambre.
You tear at hunks of meat practically melting from the bone, juicy and tender and bursting with flavors you could scarcely begin to describe. Your cup fills itself again and again with a flowery nectar so sweet it tastes like glimmering jewels. This really is perfect, isn't it? It is the best meal you've ever had. But then it's over, and you're just as hungry as when you began.
Huh.
Wasn't that perfect? We should do it again.
The shadow washes across the table, clearing and replating.
Ok.
The feast is once again laid before you. The food is good. Again, you tear into golden crispy flesh, dab at the slurry of aromatic sauces on your plate with thick-crusted bread, sip your goblet of sparkling gems. But you've done this already.
Huh.
And then it's over. And you're just as hungry as when you began.
Ok.
You're still hungry too, right? I know this wasn't as good as it was last time, but we just have to do it again. That's all. It'll be perfect if we just do it again.
Ok.
So the shadow sweeps over the table, clearing the old and laying out the new. And so you do it again.
¿Pueden cambiar el
The meat is
menú?
fine, the
Está
bread is
cambiándole la cara,
fine. You sample the side dishes and they're fine too. You finish your goblet, the liquid within no longer glimmering on your palate, instead leaving your mouth coated in a tacky film. You put it down and it fills again. You do not drink more. So we had a mediocre meal. It's not a big deal. That's the trap. It wasn't mediocre at first. It's trending down.
Ok.
We're just getting a little sick of it. So what? We just have to try something new. I'm sure we won't be stuck eating the same meal forever.
Esto salió de The Magnus Archives.
Regardless of
episodio, sí.
quality, it's over again, and you're just as hungry as when you began. Again.
No.
No, something was wrong that time. But maybe I was just tasting it wrong. It looks just as good as it did the first time. It shouldn't taste like this.
Ok.
Again, the shadow replaces your feast, and again you eat. The meat is greasy, the bread is tough, its crust hurting your jaw as you chew. The grey vegetables are barely worth the effort of picking through. You don't even touch the goblet, its sickly sweet aroma utterly unappealing.
Ok.
I'm so tired of eating. At least you still have the memory of how good it was the first time, right?
I'm so tired of this.
Au. Estoy harta de esto. Mientras las palabras salen de su boca, una de las antorchas de la pared comienza a titilar y luego se apaga por completo.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
Huh.
A light went out. Maybe a coincidence, but maybe not. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other 3 torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
Ok. Ah, interesante. ¿Qué acaba de ocurrir? ¿Hiciste que se apagara la antorcha? No creo que hayas hecho algo malo, simplemente dijiste que lo que querías decir. Solo una antorcha, no te preocupes, todavía hay mucha luz. Bueno, ya comimos. ¿Qué se supone que haremos ahora? ¿Permiso? No creo que hayas hecho algo malo, simplemente dijiste lo que querías decir.
But it was wrong. I took away a piece of our light. I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want him to be upset with me.
Ok. Todavía hay mucha luz.
Yeah. We just have to keep the rest lit, and everything will be okay.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
We should do something fun. Wouldn't that be nice?
Hmm?
What if we played a game?
Okay.
She's trying to distract us.
Yeah, that's exactly what we should do.
The flames roar and the shadow comes dancing across the table. It leaves behind an intricate game, its pieces elegant and beautiful and enticing, its simple rules already apparent, even with little explanation.
Okay.
We can probably work together to figure this out as we go. That sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Yet another waste of time. Why all the distractions? What are we being distracted from? That's the real game. I feel like I'm 2 steps behind.
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like this is just something to do. We might as well try to have some fun.
You and the princess do indeed figure it out as you go. And what a game it is. The tension between turns, the triumphant highs of moves well placed, and the tragic lows of miscalculations and careless plays. The warmth of trust and the cool texture of deception. And then, the climax, as she places her final piece.
La calidad de la confianza y la frialdad del engaño, y luego el punto culminante cuando ella mueve su última pieza. ¿Se ve feliz?
Oh, I think we got the rules wrong.
And so you start over. Time passes. You play the game. You win.
¿Los dos?
Hey! Oh yeah, look at that.
¿Nosotros ganamos?
You won. I guess we can play again.
Time passes. You play the game. She wins.
Ok.
Oh, I won. I guess we can play again.
There is a long pause, and the board does not reset.
Huh?
This isn't fun anymore, is it?
Oh, fuck.
It's never going to stay fun. You don't need me to tell you that it isn't. Oh.
Ok.
The princess visibly panics as another torch sputters.
Wait. Maybe this is just too easy. Maybe if we added more rules and pieces, it would be fun again.
Ok.
Yeah. The game's just a little simple.
We can make it fun again. The shadow descends on the board once again. More pieces are added, their shapes more intricate, their purposes less immediately clear, and the two of you set about discovering the complexities of the game anew.
Huh.
And so you do. And it is fun again. In fact, it's almost as fun as the first time you played, and the sputtering torch roars back to life.
Hicimos un castillo de naipes, what the fuck? ¿Eso es parte del juego?
But then you get used to the additions, and the feeling starts to fade. A creeping numbness settling in over the board. More pieces are added. The feelings flare. The feelings fade. The princess suggests new rules. A glimmer of what could have been excitement flits through your mind, quickly vanishing as the game progresses. Your pieces advance in an ever-increasing slog to their destination.
Huh.
Winning and losing become nothing but ends, and even the end becomes nothing as you roll over into a new game, the board resetting as many times as you can finish, till finally...
I'm out of ideas. I'm actually out of ideas this time. I don't think I can play anymore.
Ok. Otra de las antorchas. Mientras las palabras salen de la boca de la princesa, se apaga otra antorcha. Una vez más, las llamas restantes comienzan a arder con más fuerza y la sombra empieza a moverse más rápido.
I'm
Fuck.
happy. I promise. We're both so happy here. You don't have to be upset.
Es el enamorado, ¿no es así? Oh, fuck, man.
This is... awful.
Oh, hasta el narrador está así. Oh, wow.
It's him, isn't it? He's making all of this happen. He's the one who trapped us here. Who? The lovesick one, the one from last time. He's not gone. He's just with her now. He is the shadow.
Ah, no. Ok. La voz del paranoico lo resolvió. Oye, enamorado, hablabas mucho la última vez, ya no tienes nada que decir. ¿De verdad eres feliz aquí? Dijiste él, ¿quién es él? Bueno, entonces ya comimos, ya jugamos, ¿y ahora qué? ¿Qué pasa si nos intentamos levantar? Son más exploraciones. Puedo ir directo hacia él. Oye, enamorado, hablabas mucho la última vez. ¿Ya no tienes nada que decir?
Smitten.
Permíteme.
The torches flare and the shadow grows for a moment, but you don't receive a response. No, I saw him smile. That's him.
Phil.
Regardless, it would seem that he, if there is a he, isn't something you can talk to.
Oh, you're talking to the shadow, aren't you?
She guessed that right away. She knows what's going on here. I knew it.
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made this place for us.
I was right, wasn't I? I can't believe I was actually right. It is him. This is what he became after ripping us open.
Ok. Huh. Más save files. Bueno, entonces, ¿de verdad eres feliz aquí? Nos estamos quedando sin opciones. ¿De verdad eres feliz aquí?
The princess starts to hyperventilate, her quick breaths punctuating the uncomfortable silence between you.
Yes! Why wouldn't I be? Let's not talk about it.
Necesitamos saber la verdad. Sé sincera y dime cómo te sientes.
I don't feel anything.
Huh.
The third torch sputters out. The princess's
está en
shadow
español,
dances
esto.
furiously against the far
La
wall.
tercera antorcha se apaga. La sombra de la princesa baila furiosamente contra el muro.
There's just one left. What's going to happen when it goes out?
Cualquier cosa en este mundo, ¿qué sería? ¿Cuál sería? Ah. Lo que sea que nos hayan estado mostrando las sombras no es real. Tenemos que ver qué sucede cuando se apaguen las luces. No tenemos que dejar que se apague. No decir nada. No te preocupes por lo que pueda llegar a ocurrir. Si pudieras hacer cualquier cosa en este mundo, ¿qué sería? ¿Qué es lo que tú elegirías?
I think I'd like to dance under the stars.
That sounds lovely.
But there aren't any stars here. I'd have to leave.
As she says that, the shadow rushes forward and tightens its grip on her wrists.
I'm not happy here. I don't think I ever was.
The princess sobs, burying her face in her hands as the final torch blows out.
¿Ok? Me siento vacío, entonces te termino, ¿eh? ¿Por qué estás llorando? ¿Estás bien? Esto es una mierda. Abrir los ojos si quieres. Sigo aquí, ¿sabes? No cambió nada, solo estamos en la oscuridad. Aniquilar a la princesa, no decir nada. ¿Por qué estás llorando?
She raises her head, mascara trailing down her cheeks.
I don't know. It feels like an important part of me is gone, but I'm still here. I don't know what to do with that. I don't know how I'm supposed to pick up the pieces.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively do the same, waiting by the top of the stairs as she quietly crosses the room.
Do you still care about me?
Claro que sí, creo que nunca dejaré de preocuparme por ti. Lo que sea que pasamos juntos no fue real. Esto sí es real. No sé si alguna vez me preocupé por ti, pero quizás ahora sí pueda. No, aniquilar. No sé si alguna vez... No estoy seguro de haber tenido la oportunidad de descubrir qué es lo que siento por ti. Solo sé que siempre quise irme, desde el primer momento en el que aparecí en el bosque. No, fuck. Lo que sea que pasamos juntos no fue real. Esto sí es real.
I don't know what this is.
Me gustaría descubrirlo.
Me too. And I don't think we're going to find anything here. So, I guess it's time for us to leave.
Ofrecerle tu mano.
As the princess steps towards the stairs, you offer her your hand. The corners of her mouth curl into a demure smile, and she gently takes your hand in hers. She's cold, and a little clammy, but her skin against yours is the most real thing you have ever felt.
You're offering surprisingly little resistance. If we leave the cabin, doesn't that end the world?
It does, if he's telling the truth.
Yes, well, I've seen my fairy tale ending, and I think there might be worse things than the end of the world.
Wow. Ok, ese es un cambio muy interesante, específicamente en este narrador. Toda su obsesión es en evitar el fin del mundo, en evitar el fin del universo, básicamente. Pero ver esto le dio una impresión, lo dejó tan impresionado, que de plano dio un giro de 180 en toda su visión del mundo. O sea, se ha dado cuenta de que hay cosas peores inclusive. Toda esta idea me recuerda bastante al SCP, se me fue el número, que es sobre la isla a la que algunas personas o bueno, dentro de la historia a donde vas después de morir, supuestamente, que es básicamente un paraíso lleno de drogas, mujeres sexys, todo lo que quieras, ¿no? Pero todo se vuelve igual. O sea, pasan los años y las cosas no cambian. Y como las mujeres hacen todo lo que los digas, ni siquiera hablan contigo, solo dicen que sí a todo. Los animales y todo que hay ahí siguen siendo lo mismo. Nada cambia por toda la eternidad. Toda una eternidad en un paraíso que se vuelve un infierno porque todo sigue siendo igual. Una y otra vez, una y otra vez, una y otra vez. Es personalmente uno de los SCPs que más me han pegado, curiosamente. Y esta línea creo que sigue esa temática de que un final feliz por toda la eternidad, tarde o temprano deja de ser feliz, por el mismo hecho de que la eternidad es mucho tiempo. Pero no quiero pensar en eso, me causa dolores de cabeza.
Really was just all meaningless blather then, wasn't it?
Entonces todo no fue más que un enorme sinsentido, ¿verdad?
Think what you will. I'm done fighting. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend the stairs to the cabin's entrance. And then the two of you step out into the world. I think this is the end of me, even if it's not the end of you. I hope this was worth it. Genuinely, I do.
Huh.
He's really gone, isn't he? Yeah. There's an itching in the back of my head that feels like it's finally been scratched. No more shadowy figures yanking at our strings. No more strings. I guess we're free.
Somos libres.
The stars are so beautiful.
Te invade un momento de tranquilidad, un silencio reconfortante.
I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Ok, hagámoslo rápido antes de que te consuma. Tira de tips suavemente y ambos comienzan a danzar con elegancia. El único ritmo que los guía es el de sus corazones que laten al mismo tiempo. Su cara demacrada y fatigada se ilumina mientras más rápido te mueves. Su sonrisa suave y tristona se agranda cada vez más hasta que solo refleja un cariño genuino. Con tus brazos estirados al máximo, la haces girar mientras la sostienes delicadamente de las manos. Comparten una mirada que parece eterna. Y adiós.
Thank you for taking me here. This is nice, even if it's a little cold outside.
Iba en serio. Pero no tienes oportunidad de responderle, algo se la llevó y dejó otra cosa en su lugar.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now? Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I should feel better with her gone. But I...
El desapareció.
Does that mean the world ended? Yeah. No voice needling us anymore. Feels good, but I also feel itchy. Cold.
Creo que tengo que mirar el espejo.
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should. It's calling us. And not in a good way. I'm begging you, don't.
Hacerle caso. Te acercas al espejo. El silencio prevalece mientras extiendes la mano. Desaparecieron, pero el espejo sigue allí. Es hora de que veas qué hay en él. Son nosotros, sin pico. Eres tú. Estás solo en un lugar vacío, todo está en silencio. Mira la cabaña. Estás en la cabaña. Acércate de ella. Shifting Mount.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
¿Qué eres?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Luces solitarias, ¿a qué te
Thoughts
refieres?
without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
No sé qué soy.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Frágil receptáculo como sé yo.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is a songbird in a cage of gilded shadows. She will make for an honest heart. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Fin del
How
mundo.
can the world have ended if we are talking?
Déjala salir.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
¿Conoces al narrador?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Tú me enviaste a aniquilar a la princesa, tú me atrapaste aquí.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
¿Conoces los mundos más allá de este lugar?
I know only that they are.
¿Tú eres la princesa?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Siempre fuiste la princesa o la estás convirtiendo en una parte de ti.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
¿Nos conocemos?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
¿Qué pasa ahora?
Nothing, as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
¿Cuánto voy a olvidar?
Everything, until we meet again.
Fragmentos de ti debo encontrar.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
De acuerdo, hazme
She
olvidar.
asks that I tell you to remember her.
You won. Todo se vuelve oscuro y mueres. De vuelta a la cabaña. Let's go.
You're on a path.
Ok, vamos a... salvé aquí. Salvar acá. Vamos a cargar a ver qué podemos encontrar. Vamos a ver, permiso, levantarse.
But as you attempt to get up, the torches flare and shadowed hands pin your wrists to the arms of your too comfortable seat. There will be no getting up. There will be no attempts to slay her, at least not for now.
No puedo levantarme, hay algo que no
The
me lo
princess
permite.
smiles nervously.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it. That's just how it works here. We don't have to go anywhere anymore. We have everything we need.
Ok.
He just wants us to be happy.
Él solo quiere. Dijiste él. ¿Quién es él?
He's the voice that whispers sweet nothings in my ear. I think he made...
It all makes sense now. It's him, isn't it? He's making all this happen. He's the one who trapped us here.
Okay.
Oh, the lovesick one.
Es lo mismo.
Smitten.
The torches. No, I saw. Regardless, it would seem that he. If there.
He says his words are just for me. But he wants me to ask. Isn't this enough? Isn't this what you wanted him to do? He says he's tired. And I don't think he'll answer anything else you have to say.
Ok. Creí que queríamos esto. ¿Qué es este lugar?
It's our happy ending. Oh, right, dinner. I totally forgot about it.
The flame.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure what is.
Rechazar su hospitalidad. ¿Qué pasa si hacemos esto?
Oh. But you were the one who asked about it. Sorry. That was snippy.
¿Tú fuiste quien la pidió? Sí.
It's okay. It's okay. We can figure something else out. Think.
Piensa,
This is
piensa,
fine.
piensa.
This is fine. This is fine.
Hmm.
This isn't fine. This isn't fine at all.
Esta va la primera. Ajá.
What just happened? Did I do something wrong?
A light went out. And if they all go out, won't there be more shadow? No. Just darkness without a shape.
Ok, esos diálogos eran nuevos. Se dan cuenta de que
And
pueden
then it
escapar.
won't be able to hold you any longer. You'll be able to do what you're supposed to. As if in response to the dousing of their brother, the other three torches blaze brighter, their flames licking at the walls. Their shadows deepen, dancing angrily across the stone.
A ver. Bueno, ¿hiciste que se apagara la antorcha?
I didn't mean to. I promise. Everything is fine.
Oh.
Everything is fine.
Este lugar no está bien. Debemos apagar todas las demás. Tenemos que deshacernos de esa sombra.
Why would we ever do that? We need the light. It's what keeps us happy. Oh, I know. We should do something.
Okay.
What if we played a game?
She's trying to distract us.
Yeah,
The flames roar and the shadow.
we can probably work together to figure this out as we go.
Yet
You're overthinking it, mate. I feel like
you and the prince.
Oh,
And so time
you.
passed. There is a long pause.
This isn't.
It's never. You don't need. The princess visibly.
Wait.
yeah, the
Ok.
Then more
Repetimos el
pieces
juego.
winning and losing.
I'm out.
No, perdón.
I'm happy. I promise. We're both so happy here.
This is. I think we all know that we're not happy. We just have to admit it to ourselves.
Pero bueno, entonces ya hablamos de la comida, ya jugamos un rato, ahora que todavía hay mucha luz.
Yeah. We just have to keep the rest lit. And everything will.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
We should do something fun. Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh,
How
divertido.
about.
The princess's face drops as she.
Would you look at that? I'm out of ideas.
The third torch sputters out. The prince.
There's just one left.
Huh. Eso pasa independientemente de... Ya hablamos de la comida, ya jugamos... ¿Ahora qué?
I don't know. But we can't do those other things anymore, can we? Maybe we can just spend time together?
Princess smiles as the two of you wait.
Ok.
There has to be a way out of this. This can't be the rest of our lives. This can't be forever. And wait. We live in a changing world. We know that. Something has to happen. And wait. You keep saying that, but we can't wait forever. There is no waiting forever. And wait.
Esperan.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh. No.
Uf.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh, el narrador fue el que dijo no.
The third torch sputters out.
Ok.
The princess's shadow dances furiously against the far wall.
Tengo que reportar esto como un bug después.
There's just one left.
Ok, eso es lo que pasa en esas áreas. ¿Qué crees que sucederá? No tenemos que dejar que se apague.
The princess turns to face the final torch, eyeing it with an empty but gentle fondness.
Wouldn't that be nice? I love the little life we've built. And I hope it never ends.
Y no se acaba y la llama brilla con un resplandor gris eterno.
I suppose all our worry was for nothing. It's just playing pretend. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's always been cold here, hasn't it?
Siempre hizo frío aquí. Interesante. Me lleva la...
Is that?
De la última antorcha.
I'm begging you. You...
¡Oh! El enamorado estaba acá. Viene contigo si haces esto. ¿Tiene algún detalle diferente?
Yes, this one is a songbird in a cage of gilded. Do not mourn her. She has finally learned to sing for herself.
Lo mismo. Vamos a ver que... Vamos a intentar matarla. Pasa si no decimos nada.
The princess's eyes dart.
Well, we can't sit here forever. That part of us is over.
The princess pushes herself from her chair, and you instinctively...
Do you?
¿Qué pasa si somos cabrones? No.
I guess neither of us really know what it means to care about each other. Do we? Maybe we'll learn to, eventually. Or, well, maybe we won't.
Vamos.
You're offering surprisingly little resistance. Think what you will. You and the princess don't exchange words as you descend, and then the two of you step out into the world. He's really... Yeah.
The stars are... I meant it when I said I wanted to dance.
Ok, el baile es igual independientemente de eso. Vamos a ver qué pasa si la matamos.
Are you sure you want to do that? Isn't this what you wanted us to do from the beginning? It is. I think I might have made a terrible mistake. A terrible mistake? You sold this as her being a threat to the entire world. Was that a lie? No, it wasn't. I'm just not sure the world I want is worth it.
Tuvo una probada de cómo sería el mundo que quería un mundo en congelación, sin muerte, sin progreso, sin nada, sin nuevos nacimientos, nada, todo congelado para siempre. Está tratando de usar psicología inversa con nosotros. ¿O acaso se trata de psicología inversa invertida?
Think what you will. I'm only here to guide you. You're the one who makes the decisions.
Estoy consciente de lo que decidí hacer. No es momento de acobardarse. Estoy salvando el mundo. Estoy salvando el mundo.
The princess doesn't try to flee as you cross the room, murderous intent settling into your eyes. All she does is stand to face you. She offers no resistance as your fingers wrap around the blade dangling from her neck. As the weapon sinks deep into her heart, all she manages are 3 muttered words.
It's finally over.
Huh.
I didn't think it would be so awful to help you see this through, but all of this was for a reason. The world is better off without her. I really hope that's true. We'll never know, will we?
I feel cold. But I guess I
Interesante.
felt that way for a long, long time.
Huh.
She's gone. Where did she go? And is that
Escribe tu final feliz.
I'm begging you.
Y en teoría debería tener ahora la herida en el corazón, si no me equivoco. Mira la tamaña. Acercarte a ella. Ah, no, todavía tiene el este. Ok, vamos a dar una probada. Matarla cuando estamos ahí cerca.
She raises her head.
That's a really nice way of putting things. It's quiet now. There's no more voice telling me how much he loves me.
The princess's eyes dart to the floor.
Well, we can't...
The princess pushes herself from her chair.
Do you?
¿Qué pasa si no decimos nada? ¿No decir nada?
It's a loaded question, isn't it? I'm not even sure I know. I think figuring that out is going to take time. And I don't think this is the sort of place where we figure anything out. It wants to keep us small. Let's just get out.
Ok. ¿Qué pasa si la matamos acá? Aniquilar a la princesa.
You sure? Isn't this what you wanted us? It is. A terror. No, this is. Think what you will.
Ah, ok. Tienes razón en que
I
eso.
can't believe I'm saying this, but I think this is for the best. Thank you.
It's a loaded question.
Ok. Y supongo que matarles es lo mismo. Ok. Bueno. Este es uno de los 3 nuevos capítulos 3 o epílogos, como les parece que los llaman.
Isn't this? It is. A terror. No, this is. Think what you.
Bastante fuerte, la verdad, eh.
The princess doesn't try to flee as murderous intent settles into your eyes. Nor does she resist the weapons.
It's finally over.
I didn't think on. We'll never know.
I feel...
Ok. Y aquí es donde
You're on a
nos quedamos
path
para el
in
siguiente
the woods.
capítulo.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Eso fue heavy, la verdad. Ok. Ok. Vamos a ver qué... ¿Pusieron otro hotfix ahora? El juego ha tenido 3 hotfixes el día de hoy. Lo sacaron y ya están arreglando cosas. Hotfix 1, hotfix 2. En general están arreglando cosas que con el texto. Ok, creo que vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. Rayos, no me... Quiero ver los otros finales y quiero continuar el juego, pero... También tengo que jugar Silent Hill. Silencio Hill. Fuck, hay varias cosas que se me están viniendo encima. A lo mejor podemos dedicarle una... Al menos una partida por noche. No una partida por noche, una partida a la semana. Que todavía nos falta ver. Vamos a dejarlo aquí por ahí. Primero vamos a cerrar eso y después platicamos. A ver. Ok, a ver, ¿qué tenemos que hacer? Tenemos que completar Silent Hill. Y quiero completarlo antes de que acabe octubre, pero todavía nos falta más de la mitad del juego, así que probablemente eso no va a pasar porque queda menos de una semana. Mañana podemos jugar Silent Hill un rato y terminar el hospital. Después sigue... Hay que hacer el sábado, es día de Monster of the Week. El domingo. El sábado también es el día de libertad de Helldivers 2, así que a lo mejor hago eso también. Luego el 27 es... El 31 sale el nuevo parche de Helldivers también. El nuevo Warbone. El 31 o el 30, no me acuerdo. Entonces esos 2 días serían Helldivers. El 27 podemos hacer más Silent Hill 2. El 28 podemos hacer Final Fantasy XIV, el evento de Halloween. Podemos dejarlo para el 31 también. También está el evento de Phasmophobia y también el de Vermintide 2. No nos va a dar tiempo de acabar Silent Hill antes de que acabe el mes. Eso está claro. A menos que haga streams super largos jugando el juego, pero me estresa mucho, la verdad. En fin, ya veremos cómo vamos acomodando las cosas. Sale y vale, vamos a dejarlo aquí por hoy. De momento, muchas gracias a todos los que se pasaron en vivo. Muchas gracias también a los que vean el bot más tarde. Si les gustó, porfa, denle un like al video, síganme en Twitter, síganme en Blue Sky, suscríbanse al canal, denle a la campanita, etcétera, etcétera. Yo he sido el Meduso, muchas gracias por ver y hasta la próxima. Buenas noches.